Look what I got in the mail. Want to see what's inside? So do I. Let's open it up and I'll show you. Hi, my name is McKinley. Thanks for clicking. I really appreciate it. I'd appreciate it even more if you subscribed or hit like or shared it somewhere or did all three. So let's get on with the real crux of the matter and the reason why you clicked on this darn video. You want to see what I got from mycomicshop.com. Now, I've already talked about mycomicshop.com before. They're a great resource for filling holes in your collection, like Pittsburgh Zombie said. That's a quote from him. I didn't come up with that myself. But they not only that, they also have a weekly auction, which this isn't a part of, but they also have a feature on their site where you can, if you see a comic that you want that they don't have in stock, you can add it to your want list. So I got an email about 2 weeks ago that an issue I'd been kind of looking for had come in, and it wasn't enough to make me go, I gotta get it. But the other day, last night, no, not last night, but just a few days ago, literally a few days ago, I got an email that said a book had come in to their possession that I had on my want list. And so I immediately, well, not immediately, but next day, 8 a.m., I went ahead and did the deed. And I picked up a couple of other things to make the shipping worthwhile. So we got a beautiful, beautiful packaging job. Thank you, mycomicshop.com. You guys are great. This was probably the fastest thing I've ever been able to get in my whole entire life. Because, like I said, I literally ordered it 4 days ago. Let's see. Yes, 4 days ago. So I don't know how many hours it's been, but it hasn't been that many. So I really appreciate that service and your commitment to packaging. And I didn't spend a lot of money on this because this is the Vulture Club. We're not buying slabs, we're reading comic books. So, let's see what's inside. And I'll tell you what was on my want list and what I just added to the list to make the shipping worthwhile. But we're gonna look at them all at the same time. And so they're bagged and boarded. I haven't even seen them yet. So we're gonna check them all out all at once. We've got, damn it, I can't see. I know it's Boy Commandos. Oh, it's a Boy Commandos #1. Jack Kirby and, oh, it's Simon and Kirby by Joe Simon? I'm totally, Jack Kirby #1, Boy Commandos. We're going to look inside that later. So this, I'll tell you how much I paid for it. And this is really cool because for some reason I got a $2 discount. So this comic book was $1, which means I got it for free, basically, because I got a $2 discount on my order. So we got a Boy Commandos #1. I have to close my eyes to see. And, oh, Big Bang #3. Volume 2, #3. I've shown you some Big Bangs before in a video previously, but now we're going to take a look inside once we get through all this stack. We've got, oh, this was on my want list. Okay, so this is Nightwing #72, and if you'll check it out, there's our girl Punchline. I had said that I wasn't going to buy every single Punchline thing, or just because she's on the cover, I'm not going to buy it. Or it's an appearance. It's not a first appearance. It's not a second appearance. It's not even a solo story. It's just an appearance. So I didn't feel it was really necessary when it came out. But now that you get all the keys, then you start looking at the other stuff. So I got this one. Pretty happy about that, actually, because I can scratch that off the list. This is the other thing that was on my want list. So they're both coming up quick. And this was only $2 as well. This is a great deal. I got the ash can version of 1963 #5, which is Horus, Lord of Light. So pretty stoked to get this because it's a limited edition, even more limited edition than the regular version. I haven't even looked at it yet, but stoked that it finally came in. I was gonna buy this about 5 or 6 months ago. I had it in my cart, and before I could actually purchase it, somebody else purchased it, so I missed out. And that's how you get FOMO. If you don't buy it right then and there, you might not get a chance at it again. So it's been several months, and I'm happy to finally get this. It was totally taken out of my cart the last time, but that's my own fault. I should have just bought it instead of just being willy-nilly. Oh, I'll get it tomorrow, because I do that. I put stuff in my cart because I buy too much, and I like to sit on it and wait and make sure I really want it. So this is the next one we got. Omac, One Man Army Corps, a Jack Kirby #1. I think this is Kirby and Royer. If I'm not, I don't know. I might be talking out my butt right now. But it's from 73 or 74. Omac #1. I got 2 Kirby #1s in this haul. Isn't that rad? And this was really cheap too. I think it was like, I'll tell you what it was later. Oh, I can tell you right now. $4. So not bad deal, I thought. Okay. This is a Punchline key actually that I didn't have either. Joker 80th anniversary issue. And another reason why you get FOMO, I was supposed to get the blank cover variant, and there was a mishap in my Golden Apple order. I love you, Golden Apple, but you should have just asked me, because I would just taken a different cover. They're all the same price, or they were all the same price at the time. So in any case, I got this one. This is the key I didn't have, and I'm stoked to finally get it. It's just an $8.99 book. I hate spending so much on books like that. This is the Vulture Club. It's not like the, So, I got 2 copies of Boy Commandos #1. I couldn't help myself. They were only $1 each. So basically, I got the 2 Boy Commandos #1s for free because I got $2 off my order, and each of these issues were $1. These were $1 each, and they're obviously not in the best shape. I'm not getting them slabbed up, but I'm going to read them and look at them, and I'm going to show them to you too. Now, the last 2, Boy Commandos #2 and Boy Commandos #2. These were $2 each, but I figured since I'm getting Boy Commandos #1, I kind of OCD about that. I like to, if I got the 1, I want the 2. That's just me. So that's what I got. Now let's look inside, and I'll show you some pages. In a previous video, I showed you a bunch of Big Bang comics that I had purchased, but I didn't show you the insides. So today we're going to start off with Big Bang #3. This is the A story, written by Gary Carlson and penciled by Jeff Weigel, who also did the cover of this issue. And it's a 3-part. It's a story told in 3 parts. There's a part 1, part 2, part 3. You get the concept. Ultraman with a guest star Night Watchman, and it seems there's another Ultraman in the mix. So he has to figure out who's who. It's pretty cool. There's a B story as well, and her nemesis, Dr. Haikyuu Banana, this chimpanzee with a giant brain. And opposite that is a story, a 1-pager by Gary Fields called Super Swine. So yeah, the insides are like the cover. Pretty cool. So that's for my Big Bang collection. I'm just buying them. $2. All right, so let's take a look inside Nightwing number 72. And I gotta be honest with you, I can't wait for the day when this is like, oh, remember when we had to do all that stuff? And this is like one of those time capsules of what it was like back in 2020. So let's find the punchline, or let's show you the reason why I bought this. So this is pretty great, and I'm sorry I didn't get it sooner. But here it is, punchline appearance in Nightwing number 72. And she's in here for a couple of pages too. So that's punchline. And let's continue with the punchline. Let's check out the Joker 80th anniversary and Punchline's first solo story. So this is a 10-page story with Punchline. I'm just going to show you a couple of pages. This first one with her as a college student. This is her origin story. And then here's one where she's all pretty. I mean, just check her out. She's so cool. I like her a lot better than I like Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn's cool, but I kind of don't like the good guy, bad guys, or bad guy, good guys, or however way you say it. Like, I think your villains should be villains and not likable, or I don't know how I'm trying to say what I'm trying to say, but I think you know what I mean, what I want to say. So, now that we got that out of the way, let's check out some Kirby. Ready? Let's go with Boy Commandos number 1. So any way you want to slice it, this is a Jack Kirby first issue. Boy Commandos number 1 from 1973. It's originally published in 1942, I think. Yes, August 42. So, and reprinted 30 years later, almost. So I'll show you some pages. So remember, this is Jack Kirby in 1942 with Joe Simon. And there was a war going on, actually, at the time. And I'll tell you what, the more I learn about Jack Kirby, the more I think he is more of a man than most people ever could be. Because he went to the war, World War II, and fought the fascists and the Nazis. And before going to war, he did a year's worth of comics so that he could still be having releases while he was out fighting the Nazis and the fascists. So not only did he do a year's worth of work before he left, which is insane to think about, but then he also went to war, which is crazier. I don't know which is crazier, actually. In any case, he's more of a man than I ever could be. And he was short, too. Like Joe Pesci. I don't know how you say his name, but that guy from those movies, the gangster movies. They're both from New York, too. I bet you that has something to do with it. Okay, so let's check out Boy Commandos. Let's check out Boy Commandos number 2. My Jack Kirby issue number 2. So I got Kirby 1s and 2s. It's obviously not like a collectible series. This is the Vulture Club after all. But it's still a number 1 and a number 2. Which sounds kind of weird to say, right? All right, let's check this out. These stories were originally published in 1943. Sure enough. This is Boy Commandos number 2. Originally published in 43, but reprinted in 73. So that is literally 30 years later. That's an entire adult lifespan. So we'll show you some pages from Boy Commandos number 2. 8-track tapes. Pretty cool, right? I had an 8-track tape player. I'm that old. It was a huge white futuristic spaceship kind of looking turntable, 8-track player, and FM receiver all in one console piece that was on a stand, and the stand was the futuristic part, but it was all one piece. The stand was part of the set, and it was white, and it looked like it came from, could have been in A Clockwork Orange or 2001. It was really cool, and it played 8 tracks, which were horrible. Don't ever let anybody tell you differently. They sucked. That's why the cassette tape was so revolutionary, because it was way better than the 8-track. Now let's go with another Jack Kirby number 1. This is Omac One Man Army Corps. So not only is this a Jack Kirby number 1, but it's also a key because it's the first appearance of Omac. So we'll start off with the opening splash page, which is kind of disturbing in and of itself. Build a friend. What kind of friend are you building? And then we'll go with the double page goody goodies. Epic, right? So stoked to get this. This makes it, I mean, this was, I think, $4. But I had been involved in an auction that where it went higher than $4, and I knew I could get it at mycomicshop.com for $4. So that was my limit on the auction. Here's a tip. If you're going to be bidding on stuff, look for it someplace else and see how much you should at least not go above. Because if you really want that book, you can get it for a lot less. Like there was a Spawn Batman that they have at mycomicshop.com for $4. And some, like, people are paying way more than that in auctions the last couple of days as of this filming. So let's also, I'll show you another page too. So for the last couple of pages that I'm going to show you is the book 1963 Ashcan version. And the reason why I made this whole order, because I didn't want to let this one slip by my I didn't want to let it slip through my fingers a second time. So I bought this immediately as soon as I got the email saying that they got it in stock. This one is actually the pages, some of them are miscut. So like you can see the registration, or like it, the file name or for the job. And then some of these pages are cut way too close. See how close that is. But let's check this out. Here's the opening. It's just a little teaser for 1963. And then show you another page and give you a little taste. You probably already know about 1963 because you saw it on Cartoonist Kayfabe, like all of us did. Or I know I didn't know about it, and I think Pittsburgh Zombie said he didn't know about it either. This has an interview with Roarin' Rick Veitch, which I'm looking forward to reading. And then it also has an interview with Sturdy Steve Bissett. You know what I'm trying to say. So, stoked to get this. And I'm going to share, the last thing I'm going to share with you is this ad for, so funny. Turn your armpits into explosive defensive mechanism. 30-day free trial must prove it. This is for Perspiration, from Perspiration Publications in Steenkohl Station, NR 21 NR. I don't know what state NR is. But stoked to get this, the Ashcan version of 1963, number 5, Horus, Lord of Light, which is obviously like a Thor. I don't even want to say it's a parody, but I'm not even going to talk about it because you saw it on the Kayfabe, and they explain it way better than me. So, those are the books I got. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and do all that other YouTubey goodness. And peace, love, Bunny and Bear.